Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey. Hey Qween.
Yes! Hello, my voguing vixens, and welcome to another episode of Hey Qween with me, your host, mother of the house of Jonny McGovern. Yes! Our show today is going to burn the house down, darling. The legend of the ball is here, the positively polished, statuesque, and stunning Mariah Balenciaga is in the building. And the whole studio is gagging. Now, before Miss Balenciaga gives us life, let me introduce you to my always on fire co-host. She's my Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity, always working to make them silver dollars. That's right, I'm talking about the legendary mother of the house of pancakes. It's Miss Lady Red Couture. Yes, honey.
What's up, bro?
When I said you were on fire, I was serious.
I mean, you know, I'm a little lit.
You are. And once again, honey, your pussy is so out. Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
This is part of the illusion. It's called real tuna.
Real tuna fish sandwich. What is she, a tuna fish? She's a tuna milk.
fish. You know, them girls who just ain't right, you know, they be sitting there talking to you, and next thing you know, they like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, for real.
Lord.
And you be like, what the fuck?
Madam.
Did you just open your legs?
Oh.
And she, no, it's cool. You know, I'm breathing. You know?
Madam, please have some decorum.
You know, them girls, they be like, hey, what's up, boo? How you?
Oh, how are you?
You good? Okay.
You're like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct.
No, because that bitch is a gymnast. I'm not doing all of that. I'm going to just show it to you and sit here.
Okay. It's like Lady Red in a police interrogation, just uncrossing and crossing, uncrossing and crossing.
It's more like this. Here we go. That's the cross. That's the cross. That's the cross.
And then
like,
at the end of the cross was,
I mean, it's like jumping
surprise,
jacks.
officer. Surprise,
It's like
officer.
jumping jacks. One, you know, the rope has to fall eventually.
All right, well, you are on fire today. Well, we're not here alone, of course. We're here with the beautiful little bird, Adam, Joseph, and the Go to Bed Wings.
Hey Qween. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all right. You know, Lady Red, I'm so disappointed that Adam couldn't be here and Skrillex has arrived himself. I mean, your country bang piece is giving me Skrillex tease, honey.
I couldn't hear you, what?
Lady Red, this child's out of his damn mind.
I mean, you know she half black, so today
This
she
side.
Yeah, today,
Just that one
today
side.
she feeling
yeah.
her own, you know.
She is. Ever since we gave her the wig opportunity
Yes.
to be on this show, she has just taken it and risen to the
Step
top.
up. Yes.
Oh, she's sipping her tea.
Oh, is
What? Who, me? I don't know.
How'd she get a cup? See how?
I don't know.
Okay.
And she didn't use a branded Hey Qween, spill the
Exactly.
teacup. Demoted, just like Prince would have done. Docked, just like Prince would have done. Docked. Well,
That's $5.
that's right.
$5.
Docked.
$5.
Now you're making -0. Okay. Well, we have, now is the time when we like to play our favorite party game. Yes. I'm talking about Odious Blac.
Yay!
The gay boy version. Odious Blac is a game we discovered at a party a couple months back, and we brought it on the show because we enjoy it so much.
That's great.
But I've got to say that we've kind of run the gamut of making Adam do embarrassing things.
Right, that's
and
true.
making you pretend you're a T-Rex. And all the other things. T-Rex eating a taco, you were a cheerleader, you had to talk about dicks. That's the great thing about Odious. There's always, if you play this at a party, things get real scandalous.
No, they really do.
Now, there's one aspect to the game that we have not been playing, which is more naughty. We've been doing the funny
The
ones.
fun stuff, yeah.
But there's a lot of chance for exploitation of sexy people in this game that I wouldn't wish upon three of us here, our little trifecta. But that doesn't mean there's not someone in the studio who I could have do a couple fun dares and exploit their sexy body. Jared, please arrive.
Oh.
Here.
Oh.
There we go.
Hi, Jared.
Hey.
Are you so surprised that I asked you to come out?
So surprised I have a mic on. even.
Exactly. That was my joke, Jared. You're dead. Okay? Jared, give a go-go boy a joke, and for about then he's going to do it himself. All right. Well, Jared, you're not here to speak, okay? You're here to do some dares from the odious blocks, okay? Now, there are lots. This game is full of truth and dares. You pile the blocks, you take the things, whatever. You can find out the instructions. But there's lots of naughty ones. So, Jared, we're gonna have you do a couple of these dares, all right? So, the first one would be dare. You look hot. Take your shirt off for a minute to cool down.
Oh.
Adam? Yeah. Oh, Jared. Yup. Flex it. Work. Oh, look at those little titty muscles. Very nice. All right, that's one. Now, if this were a normal game, we'd pass the term, but fuck that. I want to see more Jared. Don't you, everyone? Yes. That was my favorite part because Jared has one of the best asses in the business. Dare. Moon, everyone. Woo! Oh, watch out. Don't get flagged, YouTube, okay? And last, dare. You're ripped. Do as many push-ups as you can.
Okay.
Go for it. Give us some push-up music, Adam.
Oh.
Okay. Yup. What? Oh, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going as many as you can. As many as you can. All right, now, Lady Red, sit on him and see how many you can do. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's enough, Jared. Don't show off. Everybody give it up for Jared. Come back over here, Jared. I need to power up. Oh, thank you, gay Jesus. Now get out of here, Bucket. Jared, everyone, is sexy big ass. We'll be seeing more of him later in the show. Lady Red, I enjoy a little nudity early in the show to keep me all hyped up.
Yes, you do.
You think he was serving, what category would he be walking in a ball?
Boy going to school.
Oh, that wasn't exactly what I was going to say, but
Of course.
all
you
right,
can.
that's a very
I
inappropriate
love it.
category. I would be say go-go walking body and ass. Is ass category?
No.
No. All right.
Category is Butch Queen first time in drags at a ball.
That's right.
You know
Well,
embarrassment.
Exactly. Butch Queen.
Butch Queen.
yeah, he's not that butch. Okay. All right, well, we have quite a ball of a show today, honey. The legendary Mariah Balenciaga is in the house. Yes! And we'll be with her right after this very gay break. Yes!
Mariah, come and spill the tea. Mariah, serving it up on Hey Qween. Hey Qween. Queen's English.
Work boots back and down.
Queen's English.
Learn it and learn it well.
Queen's English.
We're spilling all the tea. It's the
Queen's English.
I'm spilling the tea. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
It's Hey Qween Hot Tea, the show where we sip steaming hot celebrity lives and throw Hollywood shade. I'm your host, Mr. Jonny McGovern, with my favorite hilarious people, Julie Goldman, Lady Red Couture, beautiful Brandy Howard. Oh God, it's so hot I don't want to touch it, but I just can't resist. Real Housewives, real plastic surgery. Richard Simmons transitions.
She looks like Kelly Osbourne.
Trixie Mattel. Manila Luzon. Yeah. Brandy's bad news boyfriend is Callum Best.
Obviously, he's good at what he does because he's fucked the best of the best.
Kylie, Chloe, and Kim have not gotten near a white dick since junior high.
Release the Kraken!
I cannot deal with that at all. I will go crazy. It's making me crazy right now, and now I'm insane.
Oh, but if you want the tea, honey, the total tea, girl. No O's, honey, the tea.
Hey, Qween! Yes, we're back. Our next guest is a Drag Race favorite, a ball queen, and she's known as Mug for Days for reasons that will become apparent when she comes sit next to me and gives us face, 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 darling. Yes, I'm talking about Miss Mariah Balenciaga.
Come and spill the tea, Mariah. She's cutting it up on Hey Qween.
Yes. Mariah Balenciaga, everyone. Hello, honey.
Hi, love. How are you?
Queen.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Happy to be here.
Like a golden goddess today.
Yes, in honor of the Oscars.
Oh, yes. You're like an Oscar yourself.
Yes. They were all trying to snatch me up.
I bet they were. Were you getting a lot of post-Oscar trade?
Oh, gosh. I was getting something. I don't know what it
Wesley
was.
Snipes
They
be
weren't
texting
trade.
you. Everybody be texting
It
you.
was all the twinks, girl.
All the twinks?
Yeah, it was Orlando Bloom. He was like, hey, girl, can you help me with my ponytail? So I wasn't getting, like, the hardcore, like, Vin Diesel types.
No.
It's like, as I'm getting older, I'm getting, like, the little babies trying to hit me up.
Oh, really?
Trying to give me cougar tease.
And is that something you like?
What, the babies?
Yeah.
Oh, no. honey.
No.
Give me a grown man.
You need a grown-ass man.
Yes, I need somebody with a beard. That's not afraid to wear a green flannel.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, I don't mind if I do. Lady Red, look who's here. The beauty, the mug for days.
I see that vulture.
Oh, man, Miss Lady Red, honey, we have like a weird relationship.
Oh, do you now? What's your weird relationship?
I love Mariah. I just like when she's totally out of drag and defenseless.
Yeah.
Oh, so Lady Red's always trying to fuck you. That's what it is.
She's like, it's like a cat declawed. She's like, she prefers it that way. She's like, take the nails off, bitch, then I'll play with you.
All right, okay. Now, one of the reasons because you recently moved to LA just a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, 2.5 years ago. It was actually 4th of July in 2014. And it was quite the affair. They had fireworks and everything going off for me.
Oh, they just welcomed you here with such fanfare.
Like, my flight landed at 11:55, and I couldn't have felt more warm and welcomed to a city. It's fabulous.
They were all cheering. They were all in groups.
They were like, season 3 in the house, bitch.
I know. It must have been just like on New Year's Eve. You're like, everyone's talking about Mariah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bitch, they know what time it is, honey.
Well, let's take a little trip back in the time machine, shall we? That's our high budget sound effects. Thank you.
Fancy.
When did drag start to come into the picture for you?
In '99, it was, of course, I went to a Halloween party. It was kind of tragic. I didn't have tuck-in panties or anything. And then my girlfriend that was like skinnier than I was let me borrow her like Victoria's Secret online stretch dress. And I had them do a quick weave. Anybody who knows what a quick weave is, they glue it to your actual
I was gonna
hair.
say, for the white people out there, please tell them what a quick weave is.
So I pretty much had a wig glued to my fucking head.
Wow.
It was so bad, and I had the white ghetto liner. I thought I was the fish delish, honey. And I went and had to go pick up my friend from work at Red Lobster, and I walked in feeling all kinds of fish. I was like, ooh. But because it was warm, my tuck kept sliding, and I didn't have any panties on, so I had to keep,
Kept moving your pussy, kept moving around.
It just kept sloshing
like,
around, honey.
Ma'am, your pussy is sliding, please.
Please, we have a spill on aisle 3.
They're like, give this woman another basket of biscuits because her pussy is sliding at Red Lobster.
Oh, busted can of biscuits. God.
So then you started doing drag. Well, what age was that?
I was like 19.
It was 19.
Yeah.
Now, when did you start to get into, because you're from the ball scene in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now that is a rich and diverse universe that I want to really get into, honey.
It's intense. I was actually recruited. I went to one of the clubs in Atlanta, which was tracks. And I saw this guy, and he had dreads. I was like, oh, he was older. I was like, oh, it's a snack. But of course, he paid me no mind that night. He didn't see me that night. But then I saw him the following night at the Club Palace. He walked past me in the hallway and immediately turned around and was just like, I thought he was trying to get my number. Yeah, he wanted me to do drag for the house.
Interesting.
It was Maurice Armani, the father of the House of Armani.
Oh, right.
And he recruited. I was like, I'm getting some tonight. Yeah, he was like, do you do drag? And then he introduced.
He was clocking your bone structure.
He got all of it. And
he gave you the name Mariah because it rhymes with
Elijah.
Right.
Everybody always thinks Mariah Carey, and I'm like, I love her, she's great. But no, it was just, he thought I was ditzy, and it would just click, and I would remember it.
So you said yes. Why yes?
Sure. I'll give it a try.
Did you see me at Red Lobster on Halloween? I was killing it.
I was turning it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it and give it a whirl. But I had previously, 3 months prior to that moment, I had been to my first ball, which was an awards ball, an Escada awards ball, and I was like, I love the camaraderie I saw, like the groups of people hugging, smiling at each other, like just celebrating being gay and just feeling comfortable. And I was like, I want to be a part of that. And so the fact that he asked me and gave me the opportunity, I jumped on it, and I was like, I'll try doing drag. Again, in public like that. And if it doesn't work, I'll do something. I'm cool.
Right.
So I'm always it's the Aquarian in me. I'm always down to do something once. And if I'm good at it, baby, watch out.
Yeah, right. Now, for those who've never been to a true ballroom ball, like, describe that first ball and what it was like for you walking in as someone who'd never done it before. Like, paint the picture.
Okay, so the outfit that I had designed, and my mom made it, because I told her I wanted to do drag. I looked like a Flintstone ladybug.
Okay.
It was really...
Versus Wonder Woman. Category is Flintstone ladybug versus Wonder Woman. Okay.
And so they were like, yeah, no, you're not wearing that. So they took me shopping in Little 5 Points in Atlanta and got me together.
This is the House of Armani.
House of Armani. Got me together and was like, okay, this is better. They made me birdseed titties. They showed me how to make my pads.
Wait, go back. Birdseed titties?
Birdseed titties. Pantyhose. And you just pour the birdseed in it, tie it up, double it up, and then they're hard as a fucking rock, but they get it done.
Lady Red, now I know what kind of titties I'm gonna get Adam Joseph for Christmas.
Come on.
Come on, birdseed titties.
Just don't go walking in the park. You'll get attacked by the pigeons.
Oh, good one. Okay, so they made you the birdseed titties.
Yes, they made me cut my own pads. They showed me how to, and I had blisters and everything. So I'm sitting at the ball. Keep in mind, I've always been an effeminate gay guy, but never like a lady. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like this in a skirt, and I'm just fiddling with my pantyhose. And they're like, girl, close your legs and just, you're in drag. You're like, I was like, oh, oops, excuse me. So it comes time for my category.
And what were they having you walk? What category?
Butch Queen Up in Drag's Face, which means I live as a man, I'm a man, a gay man, and I get in drag, and it's the idea of aesthetic beauty is symmetrical and as perfect and striking as you can possibly try to be for your gender.
Right.
They also have it for like biological women, trans women, trans men, the butch queens. So it's like everything across the board.
Right.
Yes. And so then somebody walked in and I was like, they look so familiar. Child, it was an old date that I used to have. They were walking against me. I was when I lived in Gainesville, and I don't know, some of y'all might be old enough, but when you had the phone chat line.
Oh, bitch.
Girl.
Lady Red knows that phone chat line.
So I mean, you couldn't see nobody. You just was like, what's up, what's up,
you would say, if you wanted to be fish, you'd be like, hi, I'm looking for somebody with a muscular build. And then, but then if you tried to be the trade, you'd be like, hey, what's up? I'm 5'11". You know, I'm looking for a good time. You know. And then they would click, and then he would drive to Gainesville, come see me and play. And next thing I know, he's coming through with lashes longer than mine. I was like, oh, so your thin eyebrows make sense now. And I leaned over and I was like, oh my God.
Streamline. Trim.
Girl.
Model.
He turned everything.
Right.
So I would think that's probably like the first and only like.
And did you beat him in that category?
No, he beat me that time.
Uh-oh.
I processed everybody else and then he came and slayed me.
Okay. Wow.
Figuratively and literally.
Figuratively and literally, honey.
I have to say it was good. But the following ball I beat him, so we ended up having a rivalry. It was good.
I love a ballroom rivalry,
Yes,
darling.
I never knew how competitive I was till I started doing drag.
Yeah. And so then you got sort of swept up into the whole house scene in Atlanta, which just tell me a little more about that whole universe.
Well, it was kind of awesome because the different houses, the Escadas, the Chanels, the Ebonies, and the Monclers, it was just captivating. It's such a intense feeling. It's almost its own drug because competing is very sudden death. And there's a high, and you're strategizing, you're competing, and it's just a. I can't even explain it. You have to be in one to really live it.
Right. For the kids that have never really seen a ball, watch Paris's Birdie to get an idea, but you can go on YouTube and really see it. I mean, like, there's a runway in whatever place that you're in, it's a club or a gym or whatever, and people are there lined in the runway, and the judges are on one side.
Ready to go.
And people are there to kill it. I mean, give us an example of some of the different categories for people that might not have understood them.
You have realness, which is a term that everybody uses now for everything. It's just like, oh, she's blonde realness, she's catfish realness, she's blah, 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 blah. But realness is about being able to be in your surroundings and not being clocked outside of that gender that you're representing. Then you also have the fashion categories. You have the label girls, designer labels. You have the fashion queens, head to toe overness. Then you have face.
I love head to toe overness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
girl. And it's all about styling. There's a lot of fashion designers that come to the balls, especially in the 80s and the 90s, that would get ideas for their collections and their lines.
Yes.
And then you have runway, which is really popular. And then you also have the one that's swept the world, the dance craze, which is voguing. We call it performance. And you have old way, new way. You have Vogue Femme, you have dramatics, you have soft and cunt. So it's like a lot more involved than what people think.
Yeah, there's layers and levels, and a lot of times they're versus Wonder Woman. Can we explain that? Maybe that's just a New York thing. They'd always be like, Space Oddity versus Wonder Woman. Butch Voguing Femme versus Wonder Woman.
Okay,
that was always a New York thing, maybe.
So, no, it's the categories because to make it interesting, so you don't get bored with it.
Right.
It would test the boundaries of your creativity. So it'd be like, okay, we want to see. Do you want Wicked Beauty versus Angelic?
Right.
So, or you would have just different variations of it, and then you have to figure out what the judges and what the actual promoter is looking for. So that's where the strategy comes in.
Right.
Because if you're both sickening, what's going to separate you from the other bitch?
Yes.
It's the overall presentation.
Now, how many trophies did you snatch?
God, I don't know. I started throwing them out.
Mariah!
Because you can't keep traveling with that shit. But what I did do is I took all of the labels with the name, the promoter, and the ball, and the date. I took all of that off and put it, and I have it ready to be mounted.
Wow, that's pretty fun.
It was awesome. I've gotten so many of the years. I've gotten several Dorian Corey of the Year awards for Drag's Face.
Dorian Corey of the Year awards? I mean, there's nothing better than a Dorian Corey inspired award.
Right?
Oh, honey.
Slaying the children, leaving them in
the
trunks.
ultimate inspiration. Slay them and leave them in a trunk. If you don't know what we're talking about, Google it.
Google, yeah.
You know there's a Dorian Corey opera coming out?
No.
Yes, honey. A Dorian Corey opera.
Is it off Broadway?
I'm not exactly sure where it is, but
I'll Google it.
We need to be there front row together.
with the specs.
Yes, just look at them all. Now, say the category on the couch was giving them face, realness, overness. Could we put a little ballroom music on and you could give for the camera a little bit of your best facial beauties?
Oh my
yes,
God.
Right? Okay, the category here is, this is your camera right here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When it's right, it's right.
I could watch that for hours, Mariah. Now you're known for your mug for days, obviously. Now, where did you start to really learn the trade of this specific beauty face that you give?
Well, from the very beginning, when I was doing balls, they actually hired who is now my drag mother. Keetrick Starks, he painted my face. So for my first 2.5 years, I was fortunate enough to have like a makeup artist, and it grew from like a work relationship to a friendship to a mentorship type of role. And he was just like, babe, just buy my weed, I got you. Don't worry about it. just make sure I ain't got to pay to get in. I'm like, honey, you're
well,
good.
That's pretty good.
And so it just took off from there, and him being an actual trained makeup artist for television and film, he taught him and my drag grandmother as well, taught me how the foundations of makeup, the building blocks, your foundation, your contouring, your highlighting, your placement, and each one, I mastered each one differently. Like, it took me forever to get eyebrows.
Right.
But
now you have them, honey. You have got them.
So it kind of built in stages, and it's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't ever use a stencil. It's like seasonally, you'll see like every 6 months, something about my makeup will change. And it wasn't conscious. It was just like, oh, there's a new tip or a trick that somebody told me or showed me. And it just keeps building onto itself and becomes its own entity.
We have a couple of questions from Reddit.
Oh, good gosh.
Ooh, you shady bitch.
All right, so we're just gonna do these real quick.
Okay.
What was it like being part of Todrick Hall's video for Expensive?
Oh, he was amazing. He was the most gracious. He came straight from another set. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and we kicked it out, and he was the sweetest guy to work with. And then, as tired as he was so polite and accommodating, and then left us and went straight to another video set.
Wow, honey, he was getting it done. He was getting that done.
Like, Willem said it herself, she's like, Willem's a hardworking bitch.
Yeah.
She said, I've never been around somebody who makes me feel lazy.
Right.
Todrick is like a hardworking man, and I
you
loved it.
could see that really came through in that
energy and the
project. It was
passion.
incredible.
He's so talented.
You were a bit player in maybe the most iconic moment in Untucked Herstory. At what moment did you realize that Shangela and Mimi's SmackDown had become reality TV magic?
Girl. Oh gosh. So it didn't show, but they had, it was, the lemon throwing lasted a little bit longer. And then it just elevated from that. And so we kind of took a bottle from the set. They stopped serving us. They didn't tell us we had a 2-drink cap.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, well, bitch, I'll use this. I don't need a chaser. But the other girls followed suit. And they're not drinkers like that.
Right.
So it got a little out of control. And as soon as the drink went flying, I was like, oh my gosh. And so I ended up having to break it up. And it was so embarrassing because my team had actually won the Space Challenge. And here they had to stop production on set because they hear all this craziness going on upstairs.
Oh my God.
I was so furious, but I love them both. But I was like, girl, what the fuck are y'all doing? I was like, Shangela, you've come back and this is what's gonna happen.
Right.
I was like, girl, pull yourself together. And then she had a little breakdown, was about to start crying on my feathers, and they were white. I was like, girl, I love you, but no. Girl, hold on. You're not setting me up, bitch. It's still a show, honey.
Yes. Last one, would Mariah be interested in All Stars 3?
Baby, if All Stars 3 is interested in me, I'm there.
Yes.
Bitch, and without hesitation.
I'd love to see you walk that runway again, honey.
And I'm gonna be, I would definitely go in different angle. The first time I went completely solely focused on making sure I look polished for the stage.
Right.
This time I'm going for blood.
Yeah, going for blood.
Y'all better be ready.
I like it. Well, honey, thank you for being here. I love you. You're always so much fun. And I know you've snatched a lot of trophies and you threw some of them away. Well, honey, you snatched another trophy! Yeah!
Oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna keep this one.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I promise.
And we've also won yourself a lap dance. Yeah!
Oh, how we doing this? How we doing this?
Oh, yeah, however you want it. Give it to her good, Jared.
So long.
Feel that ass. It's so nice.
It is so long.
Isn't it lovely and delicious?
Oh, and it's wearing Marco Marco.
Yeah. Lady Red, take us out with the Black Lady Screaming.
Hey, 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 Queen. Hey, Queen. Hey, look at that nasty bitch. She's on. She's on. Hey, Queen.
Yes. All right, don't forget to click on through to look at her because Mariah's going to start reading bitches and look at her when she'll spill all the tea on her favorite drag co-stars. And thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Mariah, of course. Thank you, Adam. And thank you. We'll see you next time on Hey Qween. Bye, baby.